and we shall kick off with our daily program of the debates that are between the different high schools that we put up. Today, our debate, we shall start with Bilal High School versus Ikiki High School. Bilal High School will be the affirmatives, while Ikiki High School will be the negatives. And the resolution of the day will be, should teachers undergo training to better understand and teach in culturally diverse classrooms? I repeat, should teachers undergo training to better understand and teach in culturally diverse classrooms? Here in the room with me are the students of Bilal High School and the students of Ikiki High School. And today we shall be using the Karl Popper method, which involves 3 debaters per side. So I will invite them one by one to start off with the debate, and we shall start with Bilal High School, who are the affirmatives. So the affirmative one of Bilal High School, you're welcome, but when you come, you start by introducing yourself, and then you kickstart with the debate. Each debater shall be given 7 minutes. Thank you. You're welcome.
Thank you, the moderator and the judges. I will sincerely say all protocol observed. My name is Sibahi Mudathir, an affirmative from Bilal Islamic High School. Our resolution tonight is, should teachers undergo training to better understand and teach culturally diverse classrooms? With the affirmative say, it's a yes. As an affirmative, I will therefore give the direction of this debate according to the resolution. Ladies and gentlemen, honorable judges and fellow debaters, we gather here today to address a critical issue in our education system. As we stand here, classrooms across the globe are filled with students from diverse cultural backgrounds, experiences, and identities. Yet many teachers lack the knowledge and the training to effectively teach and support these students. This is a crisis we can no longer afford to ignore. We owe it our students, our communities, and ourselves to ensure that education is a transformative and empowering experience for all. Let us embrace this motion and take the first step towards creating a more inclusive and inclusive and equitable education system. I will therefore go on and give the definition of the key words in the resolution. I'll begin with cultural competence. Cultural competence refers to the ability to understand, appreciate, and interact effectively with individuals from diverse cultural backgrounds. It involves being aware of one's own cultural biases and assumptions, and being able to adapt behaviors and attitudes to meet the needs of people from different cultures. Allow me submit some of the evidences to the judges to show how a diverse classroom is. These culturally diverse classrooms refer to the educational settings where students from various cultural backgrounds, identities, experiences, languages, ethnicities, and many others come together to learn. I'll continue and say teacher training. This is also a key word in the resolution. Teacher training refers to the professional development programs designed to enhance teachers' knowledge, skills, and practices. Before I go any further, allow me define the resolution. As an affirmative, I support the resolution and define it as teachers should participate in professional development programs that equip them with the knowledge, practices, skills, and strategies necessary to effectively teach and support students from diverse cultural backgrounds, including understanding and addressing implicit bias, cultural competence, and differentiated instructions to promote equity, inclusion, and academic success for all students. And then I'll continue by saying, I will then proceed and say, esteemed judges, worthy opponents, and fellow debaters, and the listeners outside there, we still gather here to discuss on a crucial matter that supports our education, supports the future, that shapes the future of our education system. As we, the affirmative team, we firmly believe that teachers should undergo training to better understand and teach culturally diverse classrooms. In an increasingly globalized world, our classrooms have become melting pots of diverse cultures. In a classroom, we may have not only one tribe or one clan or people from one place. We have people from different places. Take an example of IUIU. It has people from Comoros, people from Ireland, from Ethiopia, from different parts of the world. They are coming to study. If a teacher has not gone for training, how will they effectively reach the information to the students, to the people who have come to study? Then I'll continue and say it is our responsibility as educators to ensure that every student feels seen, heard, and valued. Then I will say teachers should undergo training. By undergoing training, teachers can gain necessary tools and knowledge to create inclusive learning environments, foster curricular understanding, and promote academic excellence. We will demonstrate that such training is essential for teachers to become responsive and that it has a positive impact towards students' outcomes, teacher effectiveness, and the overall school community. Let us embark on this journey together, and may the facts and the logic guide us towards a more inclusive and compassionate education system. And I will continue by saying, by undergoing training, teachers will improve on the academic outcomes, of the students from diverse cultural backgrounds. If a teacher went and studied about and went and got a training about different cultures, different behaviors of different people, he will improve on the academic outcomes of different students from those different cultures. Still, culturally diverse classrooms offer opportunities for students to share their unique perspectives, learn from one another, and develop empathy and understanding. Teachers in these classrooms, I mean those teachers who have gone for training. Teachers who went for training in these classrooms create inclusive environments that value and respect cultural diversity, promoting academic success, social growth, and emotional well-being for all students. I'll continue and say that teachers should undergo training. Why? This training helps them to improve on this inclusive curriculum. I hope we all see this new lower secondary curriculum. If a student was told to make research, they will therefore be told to come and present present their findings. And a teacher will have to interact with these students from these different groups. Before I continue, I would like to pose a question to the negators. How do you plan to address cultural biases in teaching without training? If a teacher did not go for training, how will they address the cultural biases? In this new lower secondary curriculum, teachers should interact with these different students from different groups who have come from diverse cultures, who have come in these classrooms to study. So they will have no idea of how to deal with them, how to interact with them if they did not have the training. So we emphasize, as the affirmatives, we emphasize the teachers to go and have training. I'll continue and say, if the teacher has had training, there will be culturally...
Time is over.
Okay, I'll rest my case by saying Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
So, members, as you...
Thanks for the opportunity given. Before is Matangara Abraham to cross-examine you. You talked about how will teachers approach and teach learners of different cultural diversities. I would like to inquire from you, how are the teachers of today currently teaching learners and handling them so that they have succeeded into their studies? Is there any retooling or training that has been given to them on how to handle such cases right now? Because this is a proposal motion and it's just to be put into practice. But as currently, our teachers have been able to teach learners and they have achieved whatever they want. How do you hope that what you want to introduce will benefit the country and has not been seen in the previous teachings? Thank you.
I think I did not get your question. I thought you came to cross-examine, but I thought I've seen you explaining to me what you have come to do.
It's not that you want to waste the time for cross-examination, but the question was, how you talked about the teachers not being able to teach learners in the current situations. How do you think the teachers who are currently teaching do or make it to teach learners so that they achieve success?
It is because they got training. Haven't you ever heard about Nyondo Teachers Training College? Some of them have.
What we are talking about is retooling teachers or retraining. This is the training that is to be acquired for the second time. I'm not meaning the one that they acquired. When they talk about teachers should go for training to better understand, meaning they understand but they want to better understand. Is it clear? So explain to me, how far do you want them to better understand so that they teach classes that they are already teaching currently?
1 minute.
They should go and get training to better understand in the way that when they get that training, they get to know about different cultures and how to deal with them, how to interact with them. Not to come and teach a class that is having different cultures and teaching them in one way.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Esteemed judges, the present teachers, my comrades and none, allow me have my salutation to you in the name of the Almighty. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. In front of you is Mr. Secretary Ronald, negating today's motion. Since unity is our best priority, I have not moved alone, but I moved along with my colleagues. And these are Omole Paul Daniel acting as the second negator, and Matangala Abraham as the third negator. Our motion today states that should teachers undergo training to better understand and teach culturally diverse classrooms, and we are standing here to say that no. Before I go any further, allow me to introduce and define most of the major words in this resolution. Teacher. A teacher is a facilitator in this new learner-based curriculum. A teacher is remember this curriculum is learner-based. So a teacher is a facilitator, is a guider. And mark you, a teacher is not made, but a teacher is born a teacher. A teacher is not made, but a teacher is born a teacher. A teacher is a calling for all teachers. Teachers are just called, not made. Culturally diverse classrooms. A culturally diverse classroom is a classroom composed of people of many beliefs, races, norms, religions, languages, ethnicity, and socio-economic backgrounds. I'll give an example of this studio. We are having judges from different regions. We're having the Bagisu, we have people of different beliefs, we're having the Islam, the Christian people, and we are here alone. So this is a diverse classroom. It's an example. The status quo is that teachers are already teaching culturally diverse classrooms. Our dear farmers, you never set the perimeters, and I'm here to set for you, at all you can't. And the perimeters we are setting are in Uganda. Since this is a proposal motion, we are standing here as the united organization whereby our responsibility is to fight for teachers' welfare, rights, and professional ethics. We as Team Negation are not saying that this proposal is bad. It's 100% correct. It's 100.1 correct. But how I wish teachers should undergo training, but on another issue, other than culturally diverse classrooms. Remember, teachers are already teaching, and you ask me how are they able? At the university, we are having professional subjects. So we have psychology, sociology, and the physiology, whereby teachers are able to connect and conduct themselves with these children. So you asked me, how are they? Remember, before a teacher qualifies to be a teacher has to undergo different trainings. It has to undergo different trainings so that person is able to conduct him or herself with these teachers, to the children. We are not saying that this proposal is bad, but how I wish the resources you're taking can be put in other issues. We've come across as with negation as with the following points. First of all, teacher autonomy. Second, existing diversity in the profession. Not only that, but also costly and expensive, as well as irrelevance of teachers in terms of age. Costly and expensive. First of all, we've occasionally seen teachers rioting. Teachers are truly rioting. They are not paid. Teachers are truly complaining. I've seen teachers rioting, not entering classes. Why? They are underpaid. If at all we look at the budget of Uganda, the pre-currently ready budget, it's of 72.136 trillion. Whereby, and surprising, the budget, but the debt burden of Uganda is of 96.1%. So, if at all the government can't settle its debts, how are you sure that it will be able to cater for such a proposal? Teachers are complaining, they are not paid. Teachers are not entering classes. Why? They are not paid. So why don't you get this money or take it for retraining and pay these teachers and you satisfy them? If at all you're able. How can you go to another step and you're leaving gaps this side? Why don't you pay these teachers? If at all you feel that you want to retrain them, how will you retrain them? They are already complaining. That means you retrain them fine, but they will fail to enter classes. So of what use will it be? I'm not paid. You're retraining me, and before I refuse to enter class. So how will I enter the class after you retraining me when I'm not paid? That means fine, you repay me, but I will not enter the class. Existing diversity in the profession. Teachers are already teaching these classes. Teachers are already professionally active to these classes, whereby they undergo psychology, sociology, and philosophy, whereby they are already equipped. Remember, a teacher qualifying to be a teacher, it's after him undergoing all the training to be qualified as a teacher. Our dear judges, I think before you became judges, you undergo such a training. So what if someone comes and says, people you underbaked to go back for retraining? How do you feel? You underbaked people. I admire you people. I am very proud of you. You're very professional in this thing. I truly admire. I will say, how I wish one time I'd be like you. But from nowhere they come and say, people you have baked. Meditate about it. Okay, try to have a moment of silence. Think about it. Please take it inside. For the years you've spent in this, and you say that you have baked from nowhere. We team negation are not saying that this proposal is bad, but is it the right thing to be concentrated on at this period? How I wish we can add it to this curriculum, and because it's confused first of all. So you're saying we should go again on culture. And teachers are already teaching these classes. That means they're already used to these students. For example, teachers are always going to social media, they get this culture, they have staff briefings, they attend cultural ceremonies, and others are married to these people of different cultures. So I'm married to a Mutoro, and again you're telling me to go and retrain how to handle a Mutoro. But I'm married to a Mutoro, I know how to handle her. And I satisfy her 100%. And again you're telling me to go and retrain and you know how to handle this person. I raise my case, Mr. Kweta Ronald.
Thank you for the opportunity given. Mr. Honorable, the first question, do you agree that seeking knowledge does not end, yes or no?
Yes.
But you talked about teachers being retrained. Are you sure of what you're talking about, yes or no?
It's me to ask you whether you're sure about that. Because you're the one affirming it and I'm negating it.
But are you sure of what you're talking about? Yes or no?
I'm sure, that's why I'm here.
Please try to have a very good question approach. Yes or no? I require that answer.
Yes.
How can teachers effectively support students from diverse backgrounds without understanding their unique experiences and challenges?
I was very clear with the judges that these teachers at university have these professional subjects and they go, I think you will somehow. But these are psychology, sociology, and philosophy, where a teacher is taught, mark you, before a teacher qualifying to be a teacher, that person has to undergo all corners of this profession.
Besides,
I'm still answering you. First wait.
Can you
let me satisfy you?
Are you sure that we in Uganda today, schools are not comprised of only tribes in Uganda? Are you sure? Yes or no?
They are comprised of different tribes.
Yes. Another question.
Don't
students from diverse backgrounds deserve the same levels of understanding and support as their peers? Yes or no?
I'll say they deserve, and that's what the teacher has
yes.
said. No, I have to satisfy you, because
no.
I have to satisfy you.
No, judges, it's no. I just require yes or no.
If you ask, that means you don't know.
Another
If a child comes and asks you, teacher, what's the definition of this?
You
have to undergo all corners and you certify that child knows. So,
is it teacher training?
I'm the teacher now.
Is it teacher training?
I'm the teacher now. Let me satisfy you. I'm the teacher, let me satisfy you.
Another question.
One by one. The course examination is his, so it's him who gives you
I'm the teacher now. Another question. Is the teacher training a crucial step in dismantling systematic barriers and promoting educational justice?
It's not.
Why?
Just because teachers are already approved with this. Teachers are already having the knowledge and they're handling these classes efficiently. I give an example with the judges. Judges, have you ever gone for retraining before you come here and judge us?
Another question.
Wait.
How can we? You are just confusing the house.
No, please.
Another question. How can we promote equity and excellence in education without training teachers, my friend? I think you have not got the question. How can we promote equity and education without training teachers? Because you know very well that in class we have different pupils, whereby when you don't mention about these tribes of
without teaching, you said without teaching, are teachers not trained?
But I thought
teachers are trained. You said without teaching them, and I told you before a teacher qualifying to be a teacher, that teacher has to be qualified.
But for me, I think you don't have an appropriate question. You don't have an appropriate answer to that question. Another question.
The last question.
Yes, the last question, dear judge. What can you comment on the people graduates of the degree still striving to get diplomas and masters, my friend?
Pardon?
What can you comment
on
these people who have already acquired a degree but they are still striving for masters?
Yes, they are struggling. Remember, our dreams are not just near here. We are having different dreams. Others have their dreams of going to international teaching.
Yes.
So they are going under training for. So I'm well fine with them. We have upgrading.
That means that learning doesn't end. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi.
Thank you, Honorable Siba, for setting up the stage. Honorable judges, what the opponents and fellow debaters. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Mjumbi Swabra Shamira, a student from Bilal Islamic High School. I'm affirming the resolution which states, should teachers undergo training to better understand and teach in culturally diverse classrooms? I would like to elaborate on the importance of teacher training in culturally diverse classrooms. First and foremost, my colleague talked about cultural competence. It's not an inborn trait, but rather a skill that can be developed through training and practice. By undergoing training, teachers can gain a deeper understanding of cultural backgrounds, beliefs, and values of their students. This understanding enables teachers to create lesson plans, address specific needs, and foster a sense of belonging among students from the diverse cultural backgrounds. That's why with the affirmatives today, we are trying to emphasize that teachers should undergo training to better understand and teach in culturally diverse classrooms. Not only that, but also better relationships. Understand and respect students' cultural backgrounds, building trust and stronger relationships. It has helped to create friends, improving on the relationship. Due to interest of time, allow me to submit my evidence.
This evidence is for what?
For better relationships.
Okay.
There is need for teachers to appreciate for different communication. Teachers should understand different communication styles and modify classroom interactions accordingly, whereby a teacher can come with interactions, making the students feel at home, reducing on boredom. Besides, also segregation. Why? Because the teacher underwent the training, which is helping these diverse classrooms. For example, Bilal Islamic High School, we have Somalis, we have the Bagisu, the Bagwere, Basoga, and also others, all of them. But because our teachers underwent the training, they are now managing to teach those culturally diverse classrooms. All that is because of the training they underwent. So
You will be cross-examined by the -1.
Thanks a lot. Good afternoon.
that's amazing.
You spoke about that a teacher can't teach without going under training, and you're from Bilal. And I pose a question that are teachers teaching before undergoing this retraining?
Can you ask a summarized question, please?
As you students of Bilal, are teachers teaching before undergoing retraining?
Pardon, next question, please.
Wow, I've liked it.
Not bad.
You spoke about comfortability, and you gave evidence of teachers, learners are not bored, not so?
Obvious.
So now I want to ask you about nursery teaching teachers. Don't use those students, those babies seriously, enjoying, dancing, singing without teachers going under retraining.
Make yourself calm before you ask me, please.
I'm calm, and that's why I'm here.
Alright, then pardon for me, please, once again.
The question was, you spoke about comfortability and enjoying the class, and I've given an example of nursery teachers. Don't use those children severally enjoying their lessons with teachers, dancing, going for PE before those teachers are undergoing retraining.
Alright, obviously a teacher can first get the training before he comes. And besides, not all nursery people should do of one try.
Wow, I've liked it. You've said a teacher cannot teach before going training. And I was here and I was very clear, and I said that before a teacher qualifying for being a teacher, that teacher undergoes training, and that's what the teachers are applying now.
Excuse me, please. That's why we're also trying to say better.
Yes, better.
Yes,
But they are teaching the class. You said a teacher can't. Wait, I'm speaking. You said a teacher can't, and teachers are teaching, not so? Yes or no?
Obvious, why not?
Wow. Then you've come to my part. You've said deeper understanding, not so? But we're having social media by now, whereby a teacher can learn. We have e-learning, by the way. Wait. We have e-learning whereby a teacher can learn before going to the schooling institution, not so? Yeah.
That's why I'm trying to say that. And besides, I don't know where your attention was. I never mentioned anything like deeper. Maybe you got in your own words.
If at all I'm not wrong, I think you're wrong. Because you say that it has to get deeper understanding, not so?
Please, which is not
Okay, time for cross-examination is over. Thank you.
Thank you.
Be granted. Before I go any further, let me identify the panel of judges, the two antagonistic bodies and attentive audience at large. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Praise God.
Amen.
My name is Omule Paul Daniel, a student of Ikiki High School, negating the motion that states that should teachers undergo training to better understand and teach culturally diverse classrooms. We as the negation group, we said no. Okay, this training is good, but on culturally diverse classrooms, why specialize to culture? Don't you see that you're going to cause very many harm? And before I go further, there is a farmer who said that these teachers lack the knowledge on how to handle these diverse classrooms. But I want to tell these affirmatives that I think in Bilal High School, no teacher in your school has gone to study about culture. He or she goes to specialize on which subject he or she will teach, and also undergoes the professional subjects. So I want to say, if the teachers lack the knowledge, which means they have to encounter more on what they handle, not culture. Because if you concentrate on culture, of what importance is culture in a classroom? Because to my knowledge, if I'm sure, because the teachers in Bilal High School are already teaching these culturally diverse classrooms, so why need of you going to train them? Because they do professional subjects, as my colleague mentioned. So why? What is the importance of this, especially singling it out to culturally diverse classroom? Because these teachers, I know these teachers are not trained to teach in one district, to teach in their mother districts. Like a teacher is a Mugiso, teachers in Bala, where Bagiso are? No. Teachers are trained to be flexible and fit in any environment. That's why you see a teacher, a Mugiso teacher is teaching in Moroto. He's already flexible on how to handle these culturally diverse subjects. And also I want to talk about the better relationships. Sincerely, if you bring culture mixing with relationships, then there it's not going to come, because there is a risk, there is a point whereby this tribe doesn't associate with that tribe. So which friendship are you going to make? Why don't you just focus on teaching children what they are supposed to get? And for instance, these lawyers we have, even our esteemed judges who are here, they didn't teach them how to handle or how to judge. Because like for instance here, we are already of different cultural diversities. For instance, me, I'm not a Bantu, but I fit here, and she's going to judge me, he's going to judge me. There is no training, there is no institute that will take teachers that, let me take these teachers to learn on how to handle this culturally diverse training. And an affirmative said that there is Nyondo Teachers Training College. In that college, this question I take it to that college if they are online. I don't know, do you train on how to handle culturally diverse classrooms? Or you train a teacher on how to handle students, on how to impart knowledge on them? Not only training them on how to handle these diverse classrooms. Because as we are also in here, I'm a teacher. Outside there, it's not only the Bagisu here in this radio station. But as a teacher, I'm teaching them. I'm giving them knowledge, courage that they might be lacking. I'm not saying that I'm training because I'm an ITESO. I'm on this radio station, this information goes to ITESO because I specialize on culturally diverse classrooms and specific to the ITESOs. So this is a waste of time. The government, if they think they have this money, let them put it on something else. Let them train teachers to better understand how to use the technology. Because this country, we are growing with technology, not with culture. And I also want to talk about teacher autonomy is going to be undermined. These teachers will lack the this mandatory training can be seen as undermining teachers. Because you'll be undermining teachers. How can you tell a qualified teacher, yes, they undergo training, they do these professional subjects, but on culture, really speaking on culture, what are you trying to make? Are you trying to socialize people? I saw teachers are trained to socialize in any community is their best. Anywhere, teachers are flexible. They have to fit in any environment. Not that this teacher is a Mugisu, studies in the Mugisu Institute, goes to teach where. And secondly, IUIU University. This message goes to the administration of IU. I thought IU University, you have very many diverse students. We have students, like for instance, I was moving. I saw students like Barabu, Amoshiwa, Somalians, we have the Ugandans. And IU has managed to take care of them. We are symbolizing them as unity. Because if you bring culture, you're going to cause difference rather than unity. So if you, and you will make teachers lack anatomy. And this, you undermine teachers, you make them, you think they are micromanaged. You aren't telling me these teachers, but now, because I know, these judges also were here, need to go for training how to judge only the Elgon students. Because, to the best of my knowledge, this is Elgon region. You're not trained to judge only the Elgon. You're flexible. You judge anywhere. Like for instance, the lawyers. The example of a lawyer. A lawyer is not trained only to judge if a lawyer is in this court, we have people from different places. So a lawyer, he has to be flexible and has the capacity to judge anybody from anywhere, not only singling on culture. And you make these judges, these teachers, these lawyers, you're making them to feel micromanaged. You're not trusting them. Do you want to tell me the teachers at Bilal High School, you're not trusting them with the knowledge they're giving you? Because they are not handling that. They're not saying that, okay, this is Bilal High School. We are going to only and only. Nakaloka is full of the Bagisu. We are only teaching the Bagisu. We're only teaching Bagisu. Bilal High School, Iteso don't come. Mugwere don't come. Muganda don't come. It's only and only the Bagisu. Because now that is why you want them to move. You want them to move on culture. You want to single, you're trying to segregate. Why are you segregating? You take me to culture. Let's mind of the content teachers are giving us, not culture. And these teachers will feel you're not trusting them with what they are giving to the students. And secondly, you talked of
20 seconds.
You talked of these teachers. One of the affirmative mentioned teachers lack this knowledge of handling diverse classrooms. But as a university, we have these optional subjects given to teachers who are undergoing training, as my fellow said. So these teachers come when they're flexible already. So we deem negation. We say, the training is not bad, but why on culture? Why is it culture? Are you trying to promote unity among the students, or are you trying to segregate them? So we as team negation at the UNATU, we say this training should be on something else, on how to handle this curriculum, because this curriculum is learner based, not on culture. I rest my case. Omule Paul Daniel, a student at Kiki High School.
For the opportunity given. I will begin by saying your colleague also talked about teachers who have studied of psychology lessons at the university and many others, which help them to teach effectively. So I would like to pose a question and say, do you agree that not all teachers went through the university, yes or no?
But for a qualified teacher,
I asked yes.
No, yes, I need to satisfy you.
No,
it's not a matter of yes only.
Yes,
you know, I'm not only explaining to you, but to the judges and those listening to us. A teacher undergoes training. He or she must acquire a diploma. And as a university, a teacher has to undergo, especially the secretaries, you have to undergo those professional subjects. Even our judges who are here, they undergo some professional subjects where they can manage to handle other ethics.
So now answer me, do all teachers undergo go through the university or some branch? Is it a yes or no?
As I told you,
I want a yes or no.
Auntie, I'm going to give you that yes or no if you want it.
I want a yes.
As I told you,
okay,
as I told you, a teacher to qualify has to come to the university. So my answer is yes.
Listen to me, I'm the judge now. Your colleague talked about paying teachers and increasing maybe their salary instead of retraining them. Don't you think that's unfair and injustice in education? Because now, if some students from like Somalia, Comoros, came here to study and they reached here, now students are not, the teachers are not friendly to them, they don't know how to behave, they don't know their culture. So do you see, don't you think that's injustice in education?
My friend and my fellow debater, that's not injustice, because we are aiming on promoting unity, not differentiating culture.
I think you did not understand my question, but let me go to another question. Do teachers need training to understand diverse learning styles?
Obviously diverse, but not culturally diverse.
But they still need what?
They need diverse, okay. Yes.
Another question. How can teachers be expected to teach what they don't know?
As I told you, they are trained. They are trained. They are trained.
They are trained.
Yes.
But now the classrooms have different cultures. How do you expect them to teach these cultures and what they don't know?
Okay. Permission, if granted. Can you allow me first pose a question before I answer you?
No, I'm the judge.
You're not a judge. You're a fellow debater. I didn't come here.
This time I'm
to be judged by you.
I'm the judge. Okay, is cultural competence an essential skill for effective teaching?
It's not.
Why not?
Because it will cause difference rather than unity.
I think it will cost unity, not a segregation. Okay, another question, don't explain. Do students deserve teachers who understand their experiences?
That's why they do professional subjects, as I said.
Professional subjects,
yes.
But now they don't know how they behave. Can you please explain to the house what culture means?
Culture is a way of people. is a way of people's life in a given society. That's what culture. Yeah.
Okay, now how will the teacher teach these students when he doesn't know how they behave, how the experience is?
As I told you, culture is not importance. Importance is what we get from the teachers, not culture, because you're trying to cause disunity rather than unity.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Honorable judges, worthy opponents, fellow debaters, and the listeners at fraternity, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Kalima Isham, and a farmer from Bilal Islamic High School, and I'm here to affirm the resolution which states, should teachers undergo training to better understand and teach culturally diverse classrooms, and we, farmers, strongly believe that teachers should train to understand better and teach culturally diverse classrooms. Dear judges, we farmers did not just come from the blue. And come to affirm this motion. It was not. It was after much research that they have given you to see that we come here to affirm. Dear judges, we further made research that in Uganda now we have 58 tribes, which consists of approximately 68 tribes, whereby the negators can't come from the blue and convince the house that teachers can effectively teach a class of 28 tribes, each with different language, because when we talk about culture, it consists of different languages, dressing code, and beliefs. Whereby, when we talk about beliefs, you will find like a teacher, we will find like us in Bilal Islamic High School, we have Somalis. When a teacher comes about Somali, because it's a belief that they will, it's a belief that Somalis, they veil themselves. So it will not be of a shock a teacher to say Somali while dressed like that, because he undergoes the training. Whereby we are here affirming the resolution that no, teachers should undergo training to better understand and teach culturally diverse classrooms. I would like to, so dear judges, I would like to highlight the importance or benefits of teacher training in culturally diverse classrooms. Firstly, culturally responsive teaching is not a one-time achievement, but a continuous process. Ongoing training and support enables teachers to stay updated. After staying updated, they will be able to address the emerging challenges and refine their skills. Besides, when this is done, this ensures sustainable growth and development in training practices. Secondly, teacher training has a multiplier effect. When teachers become culturally competent, they inspire. After inspiring, they inspire and influence their colleagues. After inspiring these colleagues, creating the ripple effect that transforms the entire school culture and this leads to inclusive and supportive environment for students. It's where we came about that when this training is done, it will promote friendship, whereby a teacher will come, like when a teacher is having a lesson, he will talk about a certain tribe of people. After talking about a certain tribe of people, they will feel at home, and besides, he will call for their attention to be attentive in the class because they have spoken about their country, because they have spoken about their tribe. Besides, thirdly, investing in teacher training is a critical step forward. Addressing the systematic inequalities that plague our education system. Dear judges, when this is done, it will promote prioritizing cultural competence. We can reduce the achievement gaps, increase graduation rates, and create a more just and equitable society. Besides, finally but not least, in a rapidly changing world, but in in rapidly changing world, but in rapidly changing world, cultural competence is no longer a luxury but a necessity.